Hey, good people. What's going on? What's going on? Come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm getting ready to come on the camera, y'all. Give me a second. Yes, I'm getting ready to come on the camera. Give me a second. I'll be on the camera. Please come on in. I know I haven't been on here in a while. We got so much to talk about. We got so much to talk about. Woo, woo, woo. We do. We got a lot to talk about today. Yes, we do. Come on in, come on in. I ain't gonna be on here long, but I just got a few things that I wanna get off my chest. Yeah. Hey. Yes, I'm coming on the camera. 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 What's going on, good people? I hope everybody's doing well. Before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate it. As far as for me, I'm doing great. Yes, and things are getting better and better. Yes, indeedy. Oh yeah. You know, one thing I've learned is that you gotta keep going, okay? Because if you don't keep moving, nothing will ever happen if you don't keep moving. You hear me? But if you keep moving, ain't no telling what might happen. You hear me? If you keep moving, ain't no telling what you might get. But you got to keep moving. Oh yeah. You've got to keep moving. You can't stop. You got to just keep going and going. Okay? But you can't stop. You can't just say, oh, this didn't happen, so I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to stop this right here. Because this didn't happen and that didn't happen like I thought it was. So, I ain't messing with it no more. No, you can't do that. You got to keep going. That's what I've been doing. Please like and subscribe. I'm getting ready to come on the camera, y'all. I was trying to find my comb so I could comb my hair out and come on the camera and talk to you guys for a minute. Yeah, that's what I learned, though. I learned that you gotta keep going. Can't give up. Giving up is not an option. It's not an option. No. We can't give up. We got to keep it going. You know? No, you can't give up. Even though sometimes things don't look good, and you feel like things not working out in your favor, you cannot give up. You gotta keep going. And you keep going because you never know what's gonna happen when you keep going. You just never know what might happen. You understand? Because let me tell you something. You can get blessed in so many ways just if you keep going. If you just keep moving. Don't just throw your hands up because things don't look right in your eyes. Okay? Just because things don't look right in your eyes, don't just give up. Nah. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep moving. Because you don't know what might come up. You don't know what might, jump out at you. Anything could happen. Anything could happen and things could like work out for you. Anything can happen. But if you just throw your hands up, then you done blew everything. Because anything that could have happened will not happen now because you're not doing nothing. You see what I'm saying? But if you keep moving, anything is possible if you keep going. But if you don't keep going, then you done blew everything now because you're not doing nothing. So that's what I do. I don't care how things might look, okay? I keep going because I never know what's gonna happen. I just never know. Anything could happen. Anything. So if I keep going, even if it don't happen the way I thought it was gonna happen. But if something good happens, I'm still winning. You see what I'm saying? But if I had just threw my hands up and stopped and just gave up, then I don't have nothing to look forward to because I'm not doing anything for something to happen. I didn't just threw the towel in. So we can't do that. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? I was in here combing my hair out some and getting my glasses on so I could come on the screen and talk to you guys. I haven't been on here in a while. Yeah, I'm into so many things. I'm doing so many things. And it's not I'm not saying that like just so busy. I am busy, but it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Hello, Remy. How are you? I don't know what's wrong with my logo. It pops up on the screen sometime, and sometimes it don't. I don't know why it does that. Ooh, my screen is dirty. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me clean the screen off. My goodness. I didn't know my screen was dirty like that. Ooh. Boy, my screen is dirty. Yuck. Yeah, I didn't know it was dirty like that. Mm. Sorry about that. I didn't know. Thank you, Remy. I appreciate that. I don't be throwing y'all away. I don't know if I told y'all. I started a business. Hi, Clara Playhouse. How are you? I started a business and yeah. I've been like, trying to do that and get that going. And it's flourishing, y'all. It's flourishing. It's flourishing. It really is. And I set up a new YouTube channel because I want a YouTube channel to go along with that business too, right? Because on that channel it'll be only business, the business that I went into, you know? So if you guys are interested, it's called The Quiet Comeback. And y'all can come over there if you want to. You sure can. It's going to be about making money and it's going to be about self discovery, self development, self growth, confidence, self esteem, stuff like that. Okay, that's what I'm gonna be into. And yeah, it's coming together though. It is coming together. Um, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I was wiping off my screen so I could turn it on. Okay. Because usually when I put my logo up there, usually it shows up. But sometimes it won't. I don't know why it does that. I don't know. It won't do that though sometimes. Sometimes it just won't show up for me. And I don't understand that. But voila, here I go. Here I go. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? You still can't see me? Y'all still can't see me? Can y'all see me? Because I can see myself on the screen. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Listen, I have a time you wish you had. Oh, listen, I have so many things that I want to talk about today. I know I don't have time to talk about everything, but we're gonna talk about some of it, right? Um, I wanted to talk about yesterday. I ran across a video, right? Thank you, Remy. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I ran across a video yesterday, and what happened was the lady was driving, and she seen a 2-year old coming down the street with no shoes and a pant and a t-shirt on. So she stopped and pulled over, right? Thank you, Clara. I appreciate it. Thank you. And so the lady pulled over and got the little boy, okay, because I got, she didn't want nothing to happen to him. And she was standing around for a minute trying to figure out if somebody was going to come looking for him or, but nobody came. So she ended up calling the police. So eventually the mother popped up from, I don't know where the mother was at, but she popped up and she gonna snatch the baby out the car and put her hand over the camera, over the phone, so that the people on the camera couldn't see her. Okay, and then she's gonna try to fight this woman. After this woman done grabbed your baby and kept your baby safe, she goes after the woman wanting to fight. And on top of that, they didn't lock her up. Okay? But she wanted to fight this lady. I'm like, what is going on? But you know what? I've seen so many incidents with children. And I think what is happening, this is just my opinion. Doesn't make it true. This is my opinion from the things I've seen. Okay? These parents don't want these kids. And that's just the truth. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Some of these parents don't want these children. They don't. And so they do things, reckless things. Okay? And I think they be hoping that somebody come along and snatch them up so they ain't got to be bothered. I really believe that. I really believe that some of these parents don't want these kids. Because let me tell you something. First of all, these mothers are burnt out. Okay? They are burnt out. Thank you, Clara. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. I've been fighting a cold, and it seemed like it's finally, easing off. But I think that these parents are burnt out, okay? And they barely making it. And I think they burnt out and they just done. They tired. And I get it. I get it. But the child didn't ask to be brought here. You and the father decided to make it. And now he's here. And you have an obligation to him. If you don't want him, then you find somebody to give him to. But don't just let him wander off and hope that somebody snatch him up. Because he could end up in so many, you know what I mean? He could end up in so much danger, because people are doing crazy things out here to children. And so, if you don't want your child, try to find somebody that do want children and let them have your child. You understand? It's a way to do everything, y'all. But, letting these kids go, and he was only 2, and he might have not been 2. He might have been getting ready to turn 2. But he didn't have on no shoes. It was cold outside, and he didn't have on no shoes. All he had on was a t-shirt and a pamper. That's it. So I just didn't understand. I didn't understand the mom wanting to fight somebody. You're wrong. It's 2 left shoes, and you want to fight. and somebody grabbed your child up and held on to him to keep him from being hurt. And the police didn't even lock her up. They gave her the baby back and she went on about her business. Ain't that something? But that's how it is. If you don't want your child, find somebody that do want your child. Okay? And let me tell you something. I know it get overwhelmed. I'm not denying that. I know it gets overwhelmed when you have children. I have a special needed child. Okay? She's Down syndrome. I have to do everything for her. I have to change her. I have to bathe her. She's in a wheelchair. She doesn't walk. She doesn't speak very well. Okay? So trust me, I get it. I get it. If don't nobody get it, I get it. I understand. Okay? But it's a way to do everything. It's a way to do everything. And if you don't want your child, find somebody who do. They got so many people out here in the world who have problems trying to have babies and they want children. Okay? Find somebody who will take your child and love it and take care of him until he get where he can take care of himself. I love you too, Remy. And so, that's what you got to do. You done birth this child, bring him into the world, and then you just going to turn him loose out there? That's not right. That's not right. And how can you do that to somebody you carried for 9 months that you bonded with? How can you do that? And see, oh boy. Some of our women are so off the chain because, like I said, they done spit babies. Some of them spit children trying to hold on to a man and it didn't work. And they angry with their self. They're angry with their self. And this is why these things are happening the way they happening. Thank you. I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. This is why things are happening the way they're happening. Because some women have went out here and made mistakes, had babies with men that they thought was going to be around and they didn't stay around for whatever the reason, And now some of these women are just angry. They're angry with the world. They're angry with everybody. They're even angry with the children. Okay? And that's not the way to go. That is not the way to go. What you have to do is take a step back. Take a step back. Take some time and get into yourself. Okay? Get into yourself. Pray. Ask God to touch your heart and allow you to tap into yourself and begin to love yourself. Okay? And when you start to love yourself, wait a minute, let me see what a story that she like that the father was putting his pregnant wife and she and the people came up and they helped her and tell her husband to stop because he is being rude to her. Yeah. You know what? It takes that sometime. It takes for people to step in. You know what I mean? And say something. See, when I was coming up, everybody raised the kids. Everybody on the block. You know what I mean? You had a big mama that lived on the end of the block. You had another big mama down on the other end of the block. You had one in the middle of the block. You know what I mean? It was like neighbors. Our neighbors, we helped each other out. My mom helped them out. They helped help my mom out. That's how it was. If they caught me wrong, they got on me. And when my mother got home, my mother got on me too. That's how it was back then. It took a village to raise kids. Nowadays, everybody don't say nothing to my child. Oh, my child wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got going on today. And that's why everything is jacked up the way it is. And everybody is trying to, hide stuff and everything. Let me tell you something. Everything that's done in the dark will come to the light. So don't think you're hiding something and people not going to find out about it. Some people already know what's going on with you. They just don't say nothing. So, you said, wait a minute, pregnant and her husband was pushing her to work out because he thought she was fat, but she was like the baby was trying to get like bigger, but it couldn't because he kept working out in the fall. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. You got to be careful. If you pregnant, you got to be careful how you work out and stuff, because you got to make sure that you're not doing too much when you're pregnant. But it's just a lot going on now. It really is. It's a lot going on, and people are losing it. And they're losing it because, for one, they are not spiritually together, and they don't have love for themselves. When you are connected spiritually and you are in a space where you love you know, you'd be surprised of how much your life will change. You will. You will be so surprised of how things change in your life when you are, when you have learned how to love you and you are spiritually connected to the higher power. Okay? You will be surprised of how your life will change. And some people have trauma going on. Is the reason why they act the way they act. Trauma makes you act up. It makes you act crazy sometimes. It does. Especially when you're not healed from it. That's why it's important. That's right. That's why he don't have no business touching her. Especially if she's pregnant. But you have to, like I be telling some women, you gotta heal from your trauma. Because if you don't, you're gonna keep repeating some stuff. You know? You know how when a woman go out she want to find a date or something, and she goes out to find a date, but she ends up finding the same man that she had before? That's because she hasn't healed from her traumas. That's what happens when you don't heal from your trauma. You end up repeating stuff. You end up going out there, you're looking for a new man, when you really shouldn't be looking for a man. You should be trying to heal from trauma, right? But instead, you go back out there trying to find another man, and you end up getting another man the same as the last one you had, with the same issues. That's what trauma do to you. Trauma keeps you in that place until you heal from that trauma. You're going to stay in that same space. You know what I mean? So you have to be very careful with that. You really do. And I tell people that all the time. You got to heal from your trauma. Everybody wants to hide it. They want to put a mask over it. Act like it don't exist. But that's where all these evil attitudes come from. Right? People being angry and mad. That's where it comes from. Trauma. Things that done happened to you in your childhood. And you done bring it up to your adulthood. Then you start having babies. And you pass that shit right to your children. Yeah. He was going to be loyal, but he wasn't. And he just kept abusing her like she was. Wow. Well, I hope she left. I hope she left. Sound like to me she need to leave him. Because I don't condone that. I don't condone no woman staying with no man and he putting hands on her. It's time to go if that's going on. It's time to leave. Love you too, sweetheart. It is. It's time to go. If a man, putting hands on you, it's time to go. It's time to leave. That ain't up. That, you know what I mean? That's not up for discussion. That ain't no debate or none of that. It's time to go. Because he gonna mess around. He might mess around and hurt her while she carrying her baby. It's crazy out here. I'm a single woman, and I'm happy single. I am. I don't have any trauma that I'm dealing with. I love myself. You know. Yeah, I'm good. But one day I'll decide to date. I don't know when, but one day I'll decide to date, and I'll find me somebody really nice because I'm ready. I'm ready for that. I'm ready, mentally, physically. I'm ready for that. So when I decide to do it, I'll find somebody nice, you know? Um, I'm just skeptical because it just seemed like the men got a lot of stuff going on with them these days. Men are not like they used to be. So I don't know. I don't know. I'll find somebody one day. I'll cross that path when I'm ready. I ain't even thinking about that right now. It's so many other things that I'm trying to do. But I do. I just want to see my sisters get into a good place with their self. If they could get in a good place with their self, they're going to recognize how better they will feel if they only get into a good space with themselves. And that's the problem. A lot of people have a hard time connecting with themselves because they don't want to face what they got going on. That's why some people don't want to, they don't want to get on their healing journey and stuff like that because they don't want to face those issues that they got to face. But you got to face those things in order for you to heal. You got to. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I had a cat that passed away too. Yup, they a trip. They listen. I did ended up getting me another cat, and this cat act like a dog and a cat. I ain't lying to you. This cat is something. He is so smart. He opens up my bathroom door when he get ready, go in there and eat, and he just a trip. He is a trip. I'm telling you. He act like a dog, a cat, and a human. Like with the stuff he do. I be like, what? Is this really an animal? He be having me tripping. I don't know where he at. Let me see where he at. He must be downstairs. He downstairs. I'll show you next time here. He probably downstairs up on the refrigerator. Cause that's where he spends some of his time. It's a window up there. So he jumps up on my cabinet to the top of the refrigerator and he sits up in the window. He sure do. He do that all. That's his main spot. Either in there or sometimes he'll come up here in my room or he'll be out there in the hallway by my daughter room. One of them spaces he be in. So that's probably where he at now because I don't see him up here nowhere. So he probably downstairs on top of the refrigerator. I'll show him to you next time because he a trip. You say, do I have a picture. I don't know how I can show you while we on here. I tell you what, I'll put it on my community wall, okay? I'll put it on my community wall so you can see it. I'll put it on there. I got pictures of him. Yeah. His name is Bob. That's what they named him at the adoption place when I went to adopt him. That's what they named him. So I left it at that. I left it at Bob. I wasn't too crazy about that name, but that's what they had named him and that's what he was answering to. So I didn't want to change it. I just left it like that. Yeah. It's a thing connected to my YouTube channel where people take and put pictures and stuff on there. I'll take and post the picture on there so you can see it. The thing that's connected to the YouTube channel. The community wall. Not wireless, the community wall. Where people post pictures and they post when they going live and stuff like that. It's connected to my channel. And I'll put it up there for you when I finish this so you can see it. I sure will. Yeah, but I don't know. I hope that we get better as people, because it just seems like now people are so mean spirited, and wicked. It really do. It just seems like people aren't as nice as they used to be. So you really have to be careful out here now. You have to be careful, with people walking up on you and, you just got to be aware. You just got to be aware of everything. Yeah, because everything to me now looks unreal, if that makes sense. It seems like things are not real anymore. Everything is a show to me, But you really have to be careful now. Just life has changed so much. You really got to be careful. But yeah, it was something else I wanted to talk about. I don't forgot now. Um, oh man, oh man, I don't forgot. Yeah, but yeah, it's called the other channel I was telling y'all. It's called the Quiet Comeback. That I just started that one. I haven't posted on there yet. I got it. I just put it all up and everything. But that's gonna be a business channel. Like that's gonna be for my business, and are the things that I'll be mainly talking about on that channel. You know, it's things that will be related to my business. Um, I took my story and I made an ebook out of it, and I sell it. You know, I didn't think. I don't know what I thought. Something said try it. I seen other people doing it, so something told me to try it, and I tried it. And I was like, Shh, okay, okay, go ahead, Lisa. So I was so happy for myself because at first I was kind of struggling with everything. And the reason why I feel like I was struggling, is because I was getting into certain courses and I was trying to sell other people products, but it wasn't, their product wasn't connecting with me. I wasn't connecting with their product. And it made it kind of hard for me to try to sell it when I wasn't really connecting to it. You know what I'm saying? So I went on and made my own ebook of things that I know that I can solve problems for other people. And yeah, I went on and made my own, and it turned out better because what I created, I have experienced in it. You know what I mean? I've done it. I have experienced in it, so I can share with others what it's all about. I can talk about what it's all about and everything because I know about it. I have experience with it. So I think that's what kind of made it hard for me was that even though it was about making money, it wasn't my product. So I didn't know a lot about it. I had to learn about it so that I could share it with other people. And it just made it uncomfortable for me. So being so I made my own thing, I'm able to talk about it and everything because it's mine. I experienced it. So I can teach other people, how to do it and everything. You say, can you put it on a video or something? Because I don't know what connected to a YouTube channel. Okay. Let me see. How can I explain it? No, have you ever seen the wall? They call it a community wall. A community wall. But it's a place where the YouTube people hang pictures and stuff. They post pictures and different things on this thing called a community wall. You never heard of that? Where YouTubers take and post pictures and stuff on there for their subscribers to see it. You never heard of that? I'm trying to see if you heard of it. Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna figure out how I can do it. I don't know how to do it. That's the only place I know I can put it where I can what's the name? Where did he go? I don't know where he at now. I don't know where he went at. He a trip. I was trying to see if I could get him to come up here so I could show you to him. So show him to you. Bob. 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 I don't know where he went at. He'll pop back up on me in a minute. I don't know where he went at that fast. He a trip. I don't know where he went at that fast. Yup, he's black and white. He looks like the way his face and stuff, he's black and white. He looks like Batman in the face. He look like he has on a mask. Like Batman. And he's big. He's a big husky cat. Big husky cat. He really is. He's big. He's big. He ain't no little cat. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, Bob. Wait a minute. Let me turn this around for you. Bob. Hey. Hey. Here you go. You see him? You see him? Oh, okay. Yeah, they wanted to see you, Bob. They wanted to see you. They wanted to see what you look like. Why this thing won't let me write? What you want? What you want, boy? What you want? Why this thing won't let me write in my chat? That's weird. I don't know why I I can't write in my chat? Man, that's weird. Get down, Bob. Get down. Get down, boy. Get down. Before you scratch my leg. I don't know why I can't. It won't let me write in my chat. That's weird. Oh, boy. Yep, it won't let me write in my chat. His name is Bob. Bob. B-O-B. Bob. Yep, his name is Bob. Mm-hmm. He a trip. With his big self. Go ahead. You going back there and eat something? I gotta get you some food. Yeah, you gotta get some more food. Yeah, you do. I'm gonna get you some. I'm gonna order you some from the store in a minute. Yeah, he a trip. That's my boy, though. That's my boy. He looks out for me. He always on my heels. Thank you. And I gotta take him to the vet. He gotta go to the vet and get his shot, and get checked up, and I'm gonna take him to the grooming place. He need to go to the grooming place so he can get his nails clipped some. B-O-B. B-O-B. Bob. That's his name. Yup. B-O-B. That's him. He don't like to be held. I thought all cats like to be held. He don't like nobody holding him. Now he'll get up in the chair with me, He'll sit up in my chair with me, but he don't like for you to pick him up. And I guess because he's so big, maybe that's why. I don't know. But he don't like for you to pick him up. He don't play that. He be like, no, no, no. Don't be picking me up. My son come in here all the time trying to pick him up. And he be like, He always be like, He hurry up and run from my son. He be like, You always trying to pick me up. And that might be because he's so big, He's a big cat. So he probably scared you might drop him. That's what I told my son. My son said, he don't want nobody picking him up. I said, no, he don't. He been like that since I got him. I say he'll come and get up under me. He stay up under me, following me around, but he won't let you pick him up. He don't like that. Yeah. I don't know why. He don't like it. He don't like to be picked up. What they call him? A short breed? A short head? A short head? Yeah, I think that's what they call him. A short head. Yeah. I opened the door one day. I was getting the groceries off the porch, and he gonna run out the door. Now, he know he don't supposed to go outside. I don't let my cat go outside. He trying to go out the door. I said, okay, I'm gonna leave you right out there. I'm not gonna chase you. So a couple seconds later, we hear somebody, wow, wow, at the door. It's him. I said, see, you ain't had no business out there. What was you shouldn't have ran out there. I ain't gonna run after you. Yeah, he know he ain't supposed to go outside. And then when he get out there, he gets scared. Then he want to run back in the house. I said, You want somebody to chase you around. I ain't chasing you. He's a short breed. They call him short breed. That's all I know. Is they say he's a short breed. That's all I know. Yeah. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting me a puppy. I ain't sure yet. Or a bird. I ain't sure yet. It's either gonna be a bird, a fish, or a puppy. One of them. I'm not sure which one though. Yeah. I said I want to talk about something else on here, and I ain't talked about nothing. But I ain't talked about nothing I wanted to talk about. That's crazy. But I did enjoy being on here with y'all though. I really did, cause I ain't been on here in a minute. So I definitely enjoyed being on here. And I'm gonna come back on here later. I think I'll do another live this evening. I'm gonna write down everything I want to talk about so I won't forget nothing. Because I did have a few things I wanted to talk about. But if y'all are interested in trying to make extra income, or you know, or you want to join the health journey, I'm all for it. If you want to get on the healing journey, I am all for it. Okay? That's what we'll be talking about on my other channel. Healing. Self-healing, self-love, everything that got to do with self, Because I really think that people don't recognize how important it is to tap into yourself. I don't think people recognize that's a very important thing to do, is for you to tap into yourself and learn and know that you love yourself. A lot of people don't love themselves like they should. Is the reason why they got so much chaos and confusion going on. You understand? But it's very important for you to connect with yourself. It's very important. And so, yeah, that's something that I wanted to really dig into. And I don't like when I hear men talking about women or women talking about men. And I want to say this right quick before I go. Everybody experience is not the same. Some people have been around good men, okay? They haven't experienced being around a bad man. You understand what I'm saying? Just like the flip side, some men have experienced good women. They haven't been around bad women. And so when you start talking about your experience, you can't take and push your experience onto other people, because everybody has experienced what you have experienced. You understand what I'm saying? It's okay for a person to talk to you about what they've been through. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to talk about what you've been through and stuff. But I think sometimes people go a little too far with it, because it's like they trying to push what their experience was onto you. You know what I mean? And because you're not willing to accept it, people have a tendency, it's like they get upset because you're not accepting what they went through. You're not sitting saying, well, I went through that too, or oh, I can relate to that. Everybody can't relate to that because everybody hasn't experienced it. And you can't get mad with other people because they haven't been through what you've been through. You know? And I just think that's not fair for people to do that to people and then say, and because they haven't been through it and can't really relate, then you want to say, oh, they caping for the men. They caping for the men. No, it's not that they caping for the men. It's just the fact is that they haven't been around bad men. Why do people think that's such a reach when someone say, like me, I haven't been around men that beat women. I've never seen my brothers and them beat up women. I haven't. I've never seen that. I've never been around men that beat on women and stuff. I haven't seen that. I do know that it's men out here that do it, but I haven't seen men do it. Men in my family do it. I have never been around it. You understand? So that's my experience. So I can't sit on here and say, "Oh, I know what you mean, girl," because these men is terrible. No, I can't really say that because I've never experienced it like that. The men I've been around were good men. They were decent men. I do know that men do different things, but everybody hasn't experienced that. And even in the relationships I've had, I didn't have men that beat on me. I wasn't accepting of that. The relationships I did have, the men treated me good. They treated me good. And when they started acting goofy, they didn't beat on me or nothing, but when some men start acting a little controlling and stuff, it's time to go. I know when it's time to go. So I roll out real fast. I ain't got no problem with it. But some of us got to get out of that. That's why I say you need to heal. When you got trauma like that, you really need to heal from it because it will have you doing, stuff out the ordinary. It will. It will make you do some strange things when you haven't healed from your trauma. You have to heal from it. So you won't be, doing stuff like that. Making people, just, making people like pushing people into the place where you've been. I tell people like that. I apologize. I'm sorry that you went through that. But that wasn't my experience. So I can't sit up here and bash men or down talk them when that wasn't my experience. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. We just got to do better with healing. We got to heal. I feel like when you're not healed, it'll make you do things like that. You know, because you went through something bad and traumatizing. I get it, and I understand that, but that still doesn't mean that everybody is supposed to agree with you because you know everybody hasn't experienced what you experienced. And some people got to understand that. You can't expect for people to bash men and stuff when they haven't been through what you've been through. I'm just saying. So I hope that y'all understand that. And I'll be back later on because I did have a lot I wanted to talk about, but I was talking to some of my people that was in the chat. And I really enjoyed talking to y'all. So I hope y'all come back later for the next live. Um, I love you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all on the next one.